Coach, first and foremost, congrats on the victory. If you could give us a quick opening statement about today's game.
Yeah, another well-played game, obviously by both teams. Another one-run game. Got my left. I guess he broke the curse of the walk-off. So just really proud of our team's resiliency today. Obviously, everybody knows when you get in the elimination brackets, it's about emotion and keeping your energy going, and we did that today. And congrats to NC State in their season. You know, Elliot and I have been really close for a long time, and I know how difficult it is when this thing comes to an end, but congratulations to NC State as well.
Okay, thank you, Coach. We'll open questions for the student-athletes right here.
Jack Meyer, ESPN Gainesville. Jack, obviously, continuing your historic run, tying Matt Laporta's obviously continuing a historic run, tying Matt Laporta's all-time program record. Growing up a Florida kid, just what does that mean to you on a personal level that you've etched your name into the history books yet again for the Gators?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool feeling. Mr. Laporta's reached out countless times throughout the year. He's actually here now with his kids and family, kind of watching that. So it was a special moment for sure. But at the end of the day, I was too caught up in just trying to win, just keep staying here and surviving and advancing.
Okay, right here.
Jack, first off, do you think this was the last time you got to take the mound? And second of all, how difficult was it to come out and then still be able to deliver on the bat?
Yeah, I mean, definitely didn't have my best stuff today. But I knew I still had opportunities at the plate to step up for my team. And, I didn't really put that into perspective. Hopefully it's not. But, yeah, I mean, I just knew that I had opportunities at the plate, and I wanted to take full advantage of them.
Is it a physical thing, injury?
No.
Okay, we're going to go right here, then we're going to go right here.
This is for Brandon. This stretch of pitching in the postseason has been remarkable. What has a switch kind of flipped for you? What's been the biggest difference since postseason play has started for you?
It really comes down to team effort. Everyone stepping together, stepping up this postseason, and me knowing I have one of the best defenses behind me, and being able to attack hitters and let my defense work, and knowing they're going to pick me up if I don't do the best. So it's definitely beneficial having a good defense behind me, but just how we're playing together as a team is what it really comes down to.
Right here.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Jack, Fritton struck out you on the first at-bat, and then he got ahead 0-1. What were you kind of looking for there, and how did he get a good swing on it, you think?
Yeah, I mean, saw 3 heaters my first AB. Was just a little late. Second AB, watched one. Just knew he was going to come back to it, and was just on time for it that time.
Okay, right here.
Jackson Reyes, Omo World Herald. Tyler, can you just talk about your home run and just, hitting one out of here in this ballpark in this tournament and what that means to you?
Obviously, it's a lot of fun to hit a home run here in Omaha, but the biggest thing is that it helped us win that game. That's a really good team, and they play hard. We play hard. We're at a point where we're playing for our season, so when the season's on the line, you got to have your best at-bats. I knew his changeup was his best pitch, so just really trying to see the fastball as deep as I could, give me time to recognize it, and I was able to and put a good swing on it.
I'm going to go right here and back there.
Sticking with Tyler here, obviously the bats weren't exactly as fluid as usual for the team as a whole today. Did you just feel, when you took to the plate, what was your mindset just trying to get the team, obviously, a spark with that solo shot?
To be honest, there's never really a mindset that I'm trying to hit a solo home run, because it can take a bloop and another infield single or something to get things rolling. It's just about having good at bats in the right places and seeing good pitches to hit, put good swings on the ball, and trying to get things rolling. If it's a home run, it's a home run. If it's a single, it's a single. So I was just able to get something good to hit and hit it in the air.
Okay, over here.
Max Tucker, Alligator Sports. Sully, you've talked about this team being able to be resilient. Can you just talk about just their no-quit mentality in these close games down the stretch of the season a little bit?
Well, I think the obvious thing is, I've said this before, we've been playing, it seems like, for our lives for like the last month of the season. Going back to South Florida midweek game, we were fighting the SEC record, and we're fighting the overall to get over 500. So I think that put us in a pretty tough position, and it probably helped our team get mentally tougher, to be quite honest with you.
Can we please keep the questions to the coach first? I meant for the players, then we'll release them. We'll finish the last two questions for the players.
Matt Towery from World Baseball Network. Jack, first starting pitcher to hit a home run in the College World Series since Tim Hudson did it in 1997 with Auburn. What's it just mean to be an elite company like that and, just helping your own cause out there in the top of the second inning?
I didn't even know that, to be honest with you, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely something I don't take for granted at all. That's sweet.
Last question for the student athletes.
Michael Presti, NCAA.com. For any of you, what is there about this program that you guys have such an extraordinary record in elimination games going back this season, last season?
Yeah, I mean, when you commit here, whether that be out of the portal or at high school, you know what the standard is here. The end goal is to be here and to be the last team standing. Growing up watching Florida, every time, I looked, it seemed like they were here. So kind of the way Sully's built this culture and built this program to where it's at now is probably the biggest drawing factor to everyone who wants to come here and everyone who is here. It's nothing that we players kind of take for granted. We know what standards we're held to and how we need to play. Thankfully we're doing it at the right time in the postseason.
Tyler, Brandon would like to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think Jack nailed it. That's the standard around here, and it's our responsibility to uphold that standard, to play winning baseball and to get here to Omaha and be the last team standing. So anytime we're in a spot where our back's against the wall, we've honestly played our best baseball, hands down, without a doubt. So I think knowing that we have confidence in ourselves going into these games, there's never a moment where we panic or feel that pressure. We know we're going to play our best when our backs are against the wall.
Okay, great. Gentlemen, congrats on the victory today, and you guys can go. We'll keep Coach here. We'll go first question right over here for Coach. Oh, baby. We'll go over here. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks. Okay. We're going to go right here with the coach. First one, then second right here.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. The decision to pull Jack after one inning, what went into it, and what did it say about Cade giving you kind of the length to get into the sixth inning as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious he didn't have his best stuff after the first. And honestly, he battled last week against Clemson without his best stuff. And I could just tell there's a different look in his eyes a little bit. And I didn't want to push him today because I knew we were going to use bat. It didn't look like it was going to be in an offensive day because of the wind, and we had Cade fresh, and that's what we decided to do.
Go right here.
Brian Pirtle, Pack Pride. Going into this one, Coach Avon talked about how y'all are great friends off the field, and obviously that goes out the window when you're playing against each other. But now that this game is in the books, can you talk about? You touched a bit at the beginning, talked about what it means for him and the Wolfpack program to get back to Omaha.
Yeah, I mean, Elliott's done this for a really long time, and he's built their program into, they're in the postseason every year, and got to the World Series a couple of years ago. But he and his staff do a terrific job. And you're right, me and Elliott go back a long ways, and he's a dear friend of mine, and I was really glad to see him out here. Haven't seen him in a while.
Go right here and back there.
Jackson Reyes, Omaha World Herald. In the Texas A&M game, it was a slow start for you guys offensively. Can you just talk about how important it was today for you guys to, jump on their starting pitcher and get 4 runs in the second inning?
Yeah, that was pretty much the only message other than to check the wind throughout the game, the outfielders, because it seemed to change 2 or 3 times during BP. But that was the message. In elimination games, there's a lot riding on it. One team's going to move on and play the next day, and one team's season is going to come to an end. So that was really the only thing that, I said to the team. It would be nice to get out to a lead and get a little bit more comfortable, and that obviously Jack's home run did that for us.
Bennett Solomon, Gators Illustrated. Historically, you guys haven't been one of the last couple of teams into the tournament. So what has been the biggest difference, or just a big difference for this team, rather than or compared to the other teams that you've taken to Omaha?
I think this one, every team's different, and you're right. Usually we're playing at home in the postseason, and we're in the regionals and super regionals and that type of thing. So this one is a little bit different, but when it's all said and done, it'll be one that I'll reflect back on and feel really proud about. And we'll be in this position again at some point. We'll struggle, and You know, hopefully not for another 17 years, but it's a great learning experience for everybody involved. Even myself, to have to go through this for the first time. So, really proud of our team, the way they battled, and it's, when you look back at it, to have to go on the road and win 2 out of 3 at Georgia, that's where it started. The guys have really fed off each other and continued to stay in the fight, and here we are.
Okay, last 2 questions, Coach. There and up here front.
Max Tucker, Alligator Sports. Another clutch performance from Brandon tonight. What do you think gives him the confidence to succeed in these high-pressure situations down the stretch of the season?
Well, it takes a different person to close out games, right? And then they're hard to find at this level, even at the big league level. But for whatever reason, he really takes to that role. And I think tonight's one it had to be in everybody's mind that there's been, 3 walk-offs out of the 4 games or whatever it's been. So I'm sure that was probably somewhere in everybody's mind watching the game. But when he went out there and attacked and got the leadoff hitter and then, got 2-hole and then quickly, got 0-2 on their 3-hole hitter, hit the home run early in the game, I think says a lot about his mentality. And, everybody's like, you look at his pitch count, and he threw 23 pitches on Saturday, but it feels like he threw 50 because he's so efficient. And tonight I think it was 43 pitches or so in 3 innings, But he's so efficient that you don't realize how low his pitch count's been. But he's been just outstanding for us. And, those types of pitchers are really hard to find. You have to have stuff, and you have to have the mentality.
Last question.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. How do you see your pitching setting up for tomorrow?
Of course, I'm sure we're probably going to start Pierce, and that's going to be the message tomorrow. We're going to need some help. We can't afford, like today, Cade helped us. We needed a performance like that, and it wasn't perfect, but he gave us some innings. The same thing's going to be said tomorrow. We're going to need some guys that haven't pitched go out there and get 3 or 6 outs for us, because we can't keep going to Brandon in the 7th inning, obviously.
Coach, again, congrats, and thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.